Calcium is one of the most important minerals for strong bones and teeth, but it does so much more in your body. It is necessary for healthy blood vessels, nerves, muscles, and even the rhythm of your heartbeat. Unfortunately, many people do not get enough calcium in their daily diet. And when that happens, you can easily develop a calcium deficiency. But luckily for us, there are 7 amazing foods out there which are extremely high in calcium, and they'll make milk completely obsolete in your life. These 7 foods contain even more calcium than milk. They will boost your bone health and make your bones stronger than ever. So let's take a look at these 7 surprising foods. Just watch till the end, because the last one is something you would never expect. 7. Sardines. Sardines are small fish that are packed with nutrients and have a long shelf life, which makes them an easy addition to any diet. A can of sardines contains about 330 milligrams of calcium. They also contain vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium. The best way to eat sardines is to choose sardines packed in water or sardines packed in olive oil. Avoid the ones packed in soybean oil or canola oil. Eat them as a snack or add them to salads or soups for extra calcium. 6. Tofu. Tofu is made from soybeans and is a staple of many Asian diets. 1 cup of tofu provides 342 milligrams of calcium. It is also a good source of protein and fiber. Choose organic tofu whenever possible. You can use tofu in stir-fries, soups, or as a meat substitute in any recipe. Many people who follow a vegan diet get most of their calcium from tofu. 5. Kale. Kale is a leafy green vegetable that is high in calcium. 1 cup of kale contains approximately 360 milligrams of calcium. Kale is also a good source of vitamins A, C, K, and K2, all of which support bone health. To make kale more palatable, massage the leaves with olive oil before eating. You can also add kale to smoothies, soups, or stews. 4. Chia seeds. Chia seeds are small seeds that are packed with nutrients. They are high in calcium, and 1 ounce of chia seeds contains about 180 milligrams of this vital mineral. Chia seeds are also high in fiber, which is important for gut health. Soak the chia seeds in water for a few hours before consuming them. This will help your body absorb the calcium better. You can add chia seeds to smoothies, yogurt, or make chia pudding for dessert. 3. Salmon. Salmon is a fatty fish that is high in calcium. 3 ounces of cooked salmon contains approximately 231 milligrams of this essential mineral. Salmon is also a good source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain and heart health. To get the most nutrients from salmon, bake or grill it instead of frying it. Serve it with roasted vegetables or brown rice. 2. Sesame seeds. These tiny seeds are a great source of calcium. 1 ounce of sesame seeds contains around 210 milligrams of this important mineral. They are also high in iron and magnesium. You can add sesame seeds to smoothies, sprinkle them over salads, or use them to make tahini, which is a spread similar to peanut butter. And finally, 1. Almonds. Almonds are a type of nut that is high in calcium. 1 ounce of almonds contains about 228 milligrams of this vital mineral. They are also a good source of vitamin E and fiber. Almonds can be eaten as a snack or added to trail mix. You can also use almonds to make almond milk, which is a great alternative to cow's milk. Now, let's see what happens when you start eating these foods. First, your bones will become stronger and healthier. As we all know, our bones need calcium to stay strong and healthy. When we don't get enough calcium in our diet, our bodies will take it from our bones, making them weaker and more prone to fractures. So by adding these high-calcium foods to our diet, we can help keep our bones strong and reduce our risk of fractures. Second, your muscles will get better. Did you know that your muscles need calcium to function properly? Calcium helps our muscles contract and relax, which allows us to move our bodies. If we don't have enough calcium in our diet, our muscles may become weak and may even start to twitch or cramp. By increasing the amount of calcium in our diet, we can help improve muscle function and reduce the risk of cramping and twitching. Third, your blood pressure will drop. High blood pressure is a common problem that affects millions of people worldwide. Fortunately, there are things that we can do to help lower our blood pressure, such as eating a diet rich in calcium. Studies show that people who eat a diet rich in calcium have a lower risk of developing high blood pressure. Calcium helps our bodies relax blood vessels, which lowers blood pressure. Fourth, your metabolism will speed up. Are you trying to lose weight? If so, then a diet rich in calcium may be able to help. Studies show that people who eat a diet rich in calcium have a faster metabolism than those who don't calcium. May also help with weight loss by helping us feel full and satisfied after meals, which leads to fewer overall calories consumed. Fifth, your skin will look better. Want younger-looking skin? Then add more calcium to your diet. Calcium is important for skin health because it helps strengthen the skin's natural barrier. This helps prevent water loss and keeps the skin looking plump and youthful. Additionally, calcium may also help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. There are some other benefits as well. For example, having enough calcium in your body helps regulate insulin levels, which is important for people with diabetes or those at risk for developing the disease. Calcium also plays a role in wound healing, so getting enough of this mineral in your diet may help wounds heal faster. And finally, adequate calcium intake has been linked with improved sleep quality. It's important to note that while these foods are high in calcium, they should still be consumed in moderation, as too much calcium can lead to health problems. Keep watching for a couple of minutes to learn about the recommended daily allowance for calcium. And if you are enjoying my content, please don't forget to subscribe. How much calcium do we need? The amount of calcium that our bodies need varies depending on age and gender. According to the National Institutes of Health, adult women should aim for around 1,000 milligrams per day, while adult males should consume about 1,003 milligrams per day. However, these are just general guidelines and individual needs may vary. For example, pregnant and breastfeeding women, as well as postmenopausal women, may require more calcium. It's always best to speak with a healthcare professional to determine how much calcium is right for you. Do you suffer from frequent muscle cramps, especially in the legs? Muscle cramps are typically caused by dehydration, overuse, or electrolyte imbalance, including a lack of calcium. While getting more calcium into your diet can sometimes alleviate leg cramps, it is important to consult with a doctor first to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Some medications, such as diuretics, can increase the risk of cramps by depleting the body of essential minerals like calcium. If you suspect your medication is contributing to your cramps, talk to your doctor about adjusting your dosage or switching to a different medication. If you want to boost your immunity, click the video on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. You may be just seconds away from a stroke right now. As a brain doctor who treats patients with strokes every day, let me explain what you can do to protect yourself against this potentially life-threatening condition. There are certain things that we have control over that can help prevent strokes. And there are also some things that even if you don't know you're doing, it could be putting you at risk. So if you are ready to take charge of your health and learn more about how to keep your brain safe from strokes, then make sure to watch this video all the way through, because there. One surprising thing that you can start doing today that will instantly reduce your risk of having a stroke. The first thing that I'd like to talk about is a daily practice that has been shown to significantly reduce the risk of stroke, heart attack, and even death. It only takes 5 seconds per day, but it's something that most people aren't doing. So what is it? It's simply taking 2 deep breaths per minute. That's it. Just 2 deep breaths per minute can have a major impact on your overall health and well-being. When you take a deep breath, your body takes in more oxygen, which can help improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and reduce stress. Studies have shown that this practice can help reduce the risk of stroke by up to 37%. In fact, studies have found that just 5 minutes of deep breathing exercises can improve blood flow and reduce the risk of stroke by up to 40%. And the best part is that you do not need to set aside a specific time to do this. You can do it anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter if you're at home, at work, or out for a walk. All you need to do is remember to take 2 deep breaths per minute. Now, let's talk about the second thing that can increase your risk of stroke. It's actually a very common medical condition that many people don't even realize they have. Sleep apnea is a condition where a person's breathing repeatedly stops and starts while they're sleeping. It can cause a variety of symptoms, including loud snoring, waking up with a dry mouth or sore throat, and feeling very tired during the day. But sleep apnea can also put a person at risk for stroke. That's because when a person has sleep apnea, their brain is constantly deprived of oxygen, which can cause damage to the blood vessels in the brain. This damage can lead to the formation of blood clots, which can increase the risk of stroke. Studies have shown that people with untreated sleep apnea are up to 4 times more likely to have a stroke than those without the condition. The good news is that sleep apnea can be treated with lifestyle changes such as losing weight, avoiding alcohol before bed, and getting regular exercise. There are also medical devices that can help keep the airways open during sleep. So if you suspect you may have sleep apnea, it's important to talk to your doctor. Getting treatment for sleep apnea can help reduce your risk of stroke and other health problems associated with the condition. Let's move on to the third thing that can increase your risk of stroke: smoking. It's no secret that smoking is bad for your health. It's a major risk factor for heart disease, lung disease, and cancer. But did you know that smoking can also increase your risk of stroke? That's because smoking damages the blood vessels in your brain, making them narrower and less elastic. This means that your brain isn't getting the oxygen and nutrients it needs, which can increase your risk of stroke. In fact, studies have shown that smokers are up to 4 times more likely to have a stroke than non-smokers. But it's not just smoking cigarettes that can increase your risk of stroke. It's also secondhand smoke. That's because when you inhale secondhand smoke, you're taking in the same harmful chemicals as if you were smoking yourself. Studies have shown that exposure to secondhand smoke can increase your risk of stroke by up to 20%. So if you're concerned about your risk of stroke, it's important to avoid smoking and secondhand smoke. Quitting smoking can be tough, but there are resources available to help you. Your doctor may be able to recommend medications or therapies that can help you kick the habit. And if you're not a smoker, you can still reduce your risk of stroke by avoiding secondhand smoke. The fourth thing that can increase your risk of stroke is a condition called atrial fibrillation. Atrial fibrillation is a problem with your heart's rhythm. When you have atrial fibrillation, your top 2 heart chambers don't beat in a regular rhythm, which can cause the blood to pool in your heart. This pooling of blood can increase your risk of stroke because it allows blood clots to form. And if one of these blood clots breaks off and travels to your brain, it can cause a stroke. In fact, Studies have shown that people with atrial fibrillation are up to 5 times more likely to have a stroke than those without the condition. If you've been diagnosed with atrial fibrillation, your doctor may recommend taking blood thinners to reduce your risk of stroke. Blood thinners help prevent blood clots from forming by making your blood less sticky. There are several different types of blood thinners available, so talk to your doctor to find out which one is right for you. Now, let's move on to the 5th thing that can increase your risk of stroke: high blood sugar levels. When you have high blood sugar levels, it can damage the blood vessels in your brain, making them more likely to build up plaque. Plaque is a substance that can block blood flow to your brain, which can increase your risk of stroke. Studies have shown that people with diabetes are up to 2 times more likely to have a stroke than those without the condition. If you have diabetes, it's important to work with your doctor to keep your blood sugar levels in a healthy range. This can help reduce your risk of stroke and other complications associated with diabetes. There are several things you can do to help keep your blood sugar levels in check. Eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and avoiding tobacco products can all help reduce your risk of stroke. So if you're concerned about your risk of stroke, it's important to be aware of these 5 things that can increase your risk. Smoking, secondhand smoke, sleep apnea, atrial fibrillation, and high blood sugar levels can all put you at risk for stroke. But there are things you can do to reduce your risk, such as avoiding tobacco products, getting regular exercise, and keeping your blood sugar levels in check. So what can you do to reduce your risk of stroke? Well, it starts with being aware of the risk factors and taking steps to reduce or eliminate them. One of the best things you can do is to eat a healthy diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. These foods are packed with nutrients that can help improve your overall health and reduce your risk of stroke. In addition, it's important to get regular exercise. Exercise can help keep your blood pressure in check, improve your circulation, and reduce your risk of stroke. But what about those pesky little things that we do every day that can increase our risk of stroke? What can we do to stop those? Well, first, let's talk about stress. Stress can raise your blood pressure and increase your risk of stroke. So it's important to find healthy ways to manage stress, such as yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. Next, lack of sleep. Not getting enough sleep can raise your blood pressure and put you at risk for stroke. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night to keep your risk of stroke low. Finally, irregular heartbeat. An irregular heartbeat can make it harder for your blood to flow properly, increasing your risk of stroke. Talk to your doctor about ways to manage any irregular heartbeats you may have. By taking steps to reduce your risk factors and avoid the small but harmful habits that can increase your risk of stroke, you can keep yourself safe and healthy. Remember, even small changes like eating a healthier diet or getting regular exercise can make a big difference. So take charge of your health today and reduce your risk of stroke. As a brain doctor, I see firsthand the devastating effects that a stroke can have on a person and their loved ones. That's why I am so passionate about helping people understand the risk factors for stroke and take steps to reduce their risk. Every small step you take can make a big difference in protecting your brain health and keeping you safe from stroke. Don't wait until it's too late. Start today and protect your brain for a healthier tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your journey to better brain health. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Stay healthy and take care.